You good? Yep, you good on both.
All right. Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, first and foremost, we want to start off by giving all praises, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. All right. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. All right. The Heavenly Father's name again is Yahweh. Yah meaning His omnipresence, His all-powerful presence. All right. And the days, His name is Yahweh Shai. All right. Yah meaning He, Yahweh Shai meaning to save or to deliver. All right. Because that's what He's going to do. All right. For His chosen jewels. All right. His people. Okay. The Israelites, whom the world essentially wants to cast us aside. All right. And right now we're waking up to the truth of who we are. All right. We're waking up to the truth of who the devil is. All right. Who the wicked are according to the Bible. All right. We're waking up to the truth. All right. Of who's who. Okay. And we come to proclaim that to the world, because the world is about to witness the truth. All right. So the world right now is being visited with calamities. The world is being visited by the Heavenly Father. Okay. Somebody get Joel 3:1. All right. Because the world wants to cast this off. All right. And especially these, it's like in Ephesians 6 and 12. Okay. Go ahead.
This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 1.
Double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. All right. Shalom to the Akim who are pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right. We know this thing is predicated on prophecy. Prophecy meaning to say before. Okay. And that's what we do. We have risen up in these last evil days to bring forth prophecy of people, but also really to everyone. All right.
And in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Okay. We're not going to serve our oppressors anymore. And that's what's happening. The children of Israel have been serving their oppressors. Okay. And in the scriptures, prophetically, it depicts the Israelites were going to be in captivity. All right. In the end times. All right. And we can prove that through scripture, if you can. So the Israelites we're going to be in Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Just because I made that point. Okay. Go ahead. Go back.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. And it reads, Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us,
right,
for a reproach and a curse.
Right. Right. So we are yet this day in our captivity, where the Lord has scattered us. Now, did the Lord, did He bring all His people back to into one fold and put them in a promised land? No, that didn't happen. You see, because we got these fraudulent. All right, the Israelites are being subject to payments. All right, tax. We're being heavily taxed. Okay, they set up things like child support. All right, where they make us debt slaves. Okay, where we can never get by. All right, we can never, afford to, we're always in debt. We can never make our lives better. You see, and they got other things as well. Okay, continual suffering. All right, they put the woman ahead of the man in this society, and they allow for the women to rule over the men. All right? The degenerate behavior by the women being promiscuous, having more than one partner, and as you can see, the world is falling right before our eyes. All right, promiscuity is at an all-time high. Lying is at an all-time high. All right, and so this is the current condition of the Israelites in captivity. All right, our women are ruling over us. Our leaders are leading us astray. We don't have leaders. Okay, go ahead. Curses. Yeah, these are the curses. You see, the curses are still here. All right, go ahead.
It says, and to be subject to payments according to all the iniquities of our.
Right. So we're under those curses because of what? because of what we have done in the transgressions we have done in the past, in our past lives, that led us to here. Okay? So it wasn't because the so-called white man is almighty, all-powerful, that he took us down, and he has this, he's just super intellectual. No, it's the Lord that put him above us, making somebody the boogeyman, saying that somebody's a dictator and they need to come and spread democracy. And that in the world is witnessed a corrupt oligarchy who just does whatever the hell they want without no accountability. You see, there ain't no accountability on the so-called white man. All right, he's just doing whatever the hell he wants in this earth. You see, but it's all, and we're here to tell you that all of that is coming to a stop. All of that is coming to a head. So let's go back. Joel 3. Unless you had what you had.
And in that time, when I shall bring forth again the captivity.
How is he bringing this back? Through this word. Okay? In Romans 8.
Time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yahweh Shabbat, meaning
the Lord's judgment.
God.
All right. So this is simultaneously happening while the Lord is waking us up and bringing us back, all right, to our heritage. And we're able to acknowledge our heritage. We're able to acknowledge that we were under a covenant. You see, so we've woken up in this world not knowing our current condition and why we're going through the hell and catching the hell, and that we can't seem to overcome anything. We can't seem to have any type of unity. But everybody else in the world has unity. The so-called Chinese have unity. The so-called white man has unity. The so-called Japanese, they have unity. The so-called Arabs, they have a unity. They got what they call an Arab Spring, all right? An Arab Brotherhood and all of that type of stuff. All right? They can flourish in the communities, but why can't the so-called Negro land take up the land? They can mine the land, destroy the land of those indigenous people down there, the indigenous tribes down there. So what is the reason for all of this? All right? And the reason is right here in the scriptures. You see? Go ahead with that Romans 8 and 16 really quick.
It's the book of Romans chapter 8 verse 16. And it reads, the Spirit itself.
Well, you can hold sign. But here. Go ahead, because so go ahead.
Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Heavenly Father.
Right, so the Spirit itself, what is the Spirit? The Spirit is the Word, according to John 6 and 63. All right, the words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. Okay? All right? And so what? The tribes, we have to suffer all of these things under the so-called white man, you see? Because what? The Lord has put them over us. All right? You got it, huh?
Okay. Can I get this real quick?
Yes, sir.
This is Baruch chapter 4, because the brothers harping on these conditions and curses and issues with our people, and the scriptures give you the answer. Because some could be like, well, why did we? Some could just see slavery as a what do you call
manifest
it?
destiny.
Right, and Esau, just because he's stronger, or appeared to be stronger,
right.
and it's the world's given to the strong and the weak are the slaves. Mm-hmm. But that's not true, man. So this is Baruch chapter 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, "O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us," and that's through the Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
all right?
perfect. Go ahead.
It says, "Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of
the atrocities of the tribes." There's 12 tribes. Get Jeremiah 51 and 33.
Yeah, that's the one where it said that Judah
we were pressed together.
A lot of people don't know, man, that the Latin tribes, they were in slavery too, man. And so, it wasn't just the so-called black man, but I said that just think, they went through a severe punishment too, though. But that was
Judah
all
took the brunt of the hatred,
right.
because again, Judah is the head tribe.
Right, that's what to say, man. Mm-hmm. But it said, "You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, But because you moved the Most High to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
Yep. So we drove the Most High to wrath. And this is why we in the condition that we're in. But ultimately, what it says, our enemies or the heathen had forwarded our affliction.
Yep.
You see, because essentially their greatest dreams were fulfilled when we fell as a nation.
Yep.
You know, when we. Yeah, go ahead.
Zechariah 1:15, and I am very sure.
Yeah, all of these laws that came into place, Jim Crow, all right, which that entailed that it was like a draconian law of that time. You know, we were so punished for severe for the most minute things. We were punished severely for it here in America, and we're continuing to be heavier sentencing in the justice system. You know, for the same crimes that the other nations commit. You know, so it still goes on.
Saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
Go ahead, my bad.
They refused to let them go.
Right, so they're refusing to let us go. All our captives are holding us fast, meaning that they're holding us down, they're holding us tight. All right? They're holding us so we won't be let go. And well, how do they do that? Through legislation. All right? You got what they call the UCC creditor. What is that?
In regards to death.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. But we all have a birth certificate,
Number.
which means basically we're owned by these different entities, man. All right. So go ahead.
You working your life, you know, you working in society too, is you working off of so-called debt that they incur.
Owes a certain amount of money. All right, and that's the elite. These so-called white people don't run America. The Jews run America. That's why you can't anti-Semitism. All right, and they're not the only Semites in the world. All right, go ahead. No, that's it. That's it. Because we want to go back to Joel. Yeah.
Back in Joel chapter 3 and verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel.
Right. So since they won't let us go, since they want to oppress us, the entire nation of Israel, the whole 12 tribes who have been scattered in the world, all right, and which we're figuring out now since we've woken up, the bulk of the Israelites are here on this side of the Western Hemisphere, all right? The bulk of the Israelites are in the Americas, okay? All right? And so what? What do we see in the world, how the world is set up? We're at the bottom. And statistically, you can actually see that. You know, who makes more money per capita, per household? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American are at the bottom of the totem pole. While everyone else in the world, all right, are living on easy mode. Okay, they have stores and they established their own communities. Okay, and our dollar goes to their businesses. All right, we don't own nothing. We can't loan nothing out, but that's all a part of the curses.
I got something. This is just real quick information from How White Folk Got So Rich.
How white folk?
Should you look at white folk?
He said folks.
It says right here, a century and a half after the end of legal slavery, white households in the United States are worth $144,200, almost 13 times the wealth of black households at $11,200.
Like, and we have to live that on those wages yearly. You see?
Yep.
You know? So we're at the very bottom compared to all these other nations. That's 3 times the wealth.
It says that even high-income blacks have assets of only $18,000, while middle-income whites have $74,000. I worked at a place called Sitel Corporation back in 2009, and I seen some crackers that called in, and I'd seen their accounts. You know, there was information because I had to unlock their accounts for the Capital One, and you'd see them have like 30K, 50K. You know, I was like, what the fuck? You know, yeah, man. It says over the last 30 years, the average wealth of white families has grown by 84%. A rate 3 times the growth of black wealth, and every year the average wealth of white households increases by over $18,000,
See?
while the average wealth increases by only $2,200 for Latino and just $750 for black households.
Right, and so the reason why is that's the Lord. So we can go into, you know, inequality and all that other shit. At the end of the day, it's the Lord. That's why you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you can't build no type of generational wealth unless you're a Spaniard.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
but unless you're a Spaniard or something. But you know, Jake, the Lord, of course, Jake, the Lord allow us to get by. You know, you got some black folk, you got some so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They live on easy mode too. All right, but we're speaking of us as a whole nation. Okay, you know, just because a few so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans make it, don't mean we all made it. You know.
I gotta finish this.
Mhm,
Just a little bit more. It says it will take over 2 centuries for black families to amass the same amount of wealth that white families have made in 2016.
Why? Because they rigged the game.
Yep.
All right.
I'll tell you right here.
Oh, you got it.
It says blacks make up an unlucky 13% of the U.S. population, which is a lie.
And that's look, unlucky.
Yep.
All right. It's more niggas than they like to say, but they always say it's unlucky. Oh, it's just unfortunate.
Right.
Yeah, you know, those apologist Christians say, oh, it's just, oh, you know, and they speak of slavery as if it was nothing. Like, oh, it's just unfortunate, you know. And it's just like, why y'all always using that card? Because that's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest things that happened within the last 500 years, man. You know, and empires were built on the backs of slavery, man. All right, we can't forget trillion dollar industries of wealth that was passed down through generations, and they're still wealthy to this day.
Yep.
Major corporations, banks, all right, that pretty much fund the whole society. All right, you got it.
It says blacks make up an unlucky 30% of the U.S. population, but own a meager 2.6. It says, but own a 2.6% of America's total wealth. That ain't shit.
Yeah, that ain't 2.6. All right, and this is a material wealthy country. You know.
Basically, whites today, I mean, I know the percentages are higher, but it's like 13-1 with an advantage. You know, it says whites still own pretty much everything, while wealthy whites are getting even richer. All of the financial gains made by the black middle class over the last 30 years have been virtually wiped out by this latest economic downturn called the Greatest Recession.
Right, and then don't even mention the pandemic, because they were completely wiping out mom and pop, as they call mom and pop businesses, the entrepreneurs, the middle class. Okay, but that's all the Lord doing. All right, so we can go back.
Yep.
Get off that. Go ahead.
Haggai 1:6, ye have sown much and bring in little.
You Israelites, okay? Go ahead.
Ye eat, but ye have not enough.
You look at the history over hundreds of years, man. We put a lot of labor in America, man. We built America, all right? But they won't give us that credit. Forcing their wine upon us, forcing their ways upon us, all right? Secretly sabotaging us, infiltrating us, all sorts of things, so they can push the narrative, all right, and accuse us, all right, to rebuild the temple, okay? And you had Israelites that wanted to stay in Babylon, all right? So we can all, this, just to qualify it, but this is the same, it's nothing new under the sun. So these are the same things that the Israelites are going through till this day, all right? It's perpetual, okay? It's everlasting, okay? Just like those curses were everlasting. When you look at the curses, the stipulations was, if we didn't follow those curses, the stipulation was that this shit was gonna follow you wherever you went, and it said that.
I got it.
Okay. Right, and it should be upon thee for a sign. So it makes sense that in the land of our captivity, we wake up to the truth, all right, and our condition is not just a reproach; it's a sign. It's a sign of who the fuck we are. And these people telling us, no, you're not Israelites. You just Negro. A Negro ain't even of nations. Could just fucking eat off our sores, feed off our sores, and feed off our us being downtrodden. You see, and the reason why the world is going to war is because you got us here in captivity in America. Start happening, man. You're not going to see it, and but we're here telling you. All right, the controversy of Zion. Okay, and the Lord said He's going to give many people over us, for our sake, man. You know that meant many people are going to die because of what? They got the Lord's jewels stuck here in America, and they get to treat us and put us under all these damn elect. Okay, He's making us privy of the new covenant, which we're not in. All right, it's essentially we're signing on a certain
afflicted thee and rejoice at thy fall.
Right now, the world.
It says, verse 32. Miserable are the cities with.
Miserable is she that received thy soul, white man. Miserable is she. So this place is becoming more miserable, all right? Because of what? The dead Israelites, the blood that was shed here on this land, okay? So go ahead.
For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall.
Yeah, so it's, they say ditto, right? So it's going to happen to this place. They're going to be grieved, all right? Just as much as they was rejoicing, they're going to be grieved for all the evil and hurt and pain that they caused. So,
a little bit more.
Yeah, kind of.
It says, for I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning.
That's right. Her pride shall be turned into mourning. Okay? And you can't tell me these people ain't proud. Well, the Lord is going to address that through what? Through these different punishments that's coming upon earth. You got it, though.
No. A good example of that, you said the curses follow Jake, is you have one of the most popular athletes in the world, LeBron James, right? Remember he was in the NBA Finals, and somebody wrote "nigger" across his $1 million mansion gate. You know, so those are the curses following, man. You know,
Yeah, somebody get a proverb. And,
I got it.
Okay, come on.
I got it.
And then somebody go into the word proverb.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 37. It says, "And thou shalt become an astonishment."
Right. Look up the word astonishment.
Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Right. So the word for astonishment. Go ahead.
It's the etymology for the word astonish. It means to stun, strike, senseless.
Right. So you stun at what? The condition. All right. And when you look at the condition of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, it's stunning. It's an astonishment. Go ahead.
It says to stun, daze, deafen, astound.
Man, you hear stuff that goes up, that Jake goes through, or something happens to him, and you're just like, damn, how the hell could that happen? That's some brutal stuff. Where, you know, what the hell? You don't hear the things that happen to Jake happen to the heathen as much, man. You know, shit does happen, but not the way that Jake. You know, that's why Jake. They had that. What was that proverb? Or who said it? Every white man's story starts out about times they did things, but Jake is like, you ain't gonna believe this. You know, because Jake be going through some crazy shit.
So like, to back that up, I just got through watching coming across a video. They have over in China, right? They have a game show or something like that where they challenged a man. They said, we'll pay you $30,000 a day for you to spend a night in a house with roaches. Right? And it's like, well, damn, Jake done grew up with, you know, with roaches, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like,
Mr. Beast, he did something like that. I was like, no, I can. For like a month.
right.
Only with what they got. I was like, I'll do that.
For conditions, bro.
Right.
Where that you would actually make it a challenge and pay somebody to spend a night in a house.
It's run away, right? Indian
Or savage.
or a savage. But it means runaway slave and savage. Yeah.
Byword here. It's the Google definition of the word byword. It says a person or thing cited as a notorious and outstanding example or embodiment of something. Similarities: the perfect example of, the embodiment of, synonymous with, meaning you represent all the negative connotations that come with that word. You know, everything that's associated with those stereotypes, they put next to your name or they put next to your nation. That's why that's in the curses.
Well, like a being a stereotype or a stigma. You know?
Oh, it says,
Well, actually, part of being a byword is actually to be an object of remark. That's why they talk about us. We're the topic of conversation. But that's why Esau has his councils talking about Jacob. Everything's about Israelites, you know. But a waste, that's another one. Byword is a topic or an object of talk, and a waste.
it also says here, object of scorn or ridicule.
There you go. Object of,
Over hundreds of years, we've been outed, and pretty much illiterate, can't read.
minstrel shows. That's one. A minstrel show. You know, even what was that book? The cat. What was it? The Cat in the Hat, I think.
Yeah.
That was based off a minstrel show. A minstrel show, making fun of Jake. They even got I don't know what you want to call it, a god or a creature or whatever over there in the other countries where they have their savior or whatever as a black person with big lips. So yeah. Yeah, I can't remember.
They do the blackface.
Yeah. Even among these other nations, we have proverbs and bywords.
We're a commonly.
No matter where. And that's how we identify ourselves through the word. Where they are, these certain curses. At some point, they're going to wake up and identify these different curses that's on them. All right, and that's what we've done. It's be an Israelite or a spiritual Israelite, and they'll.
And all that passed by, which is the heathen, clapped their hands at thee. They hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Right, you see that shit, man. You see that shit everywhere you go among white people, man. They look at you and shake their heads, and they automatically they think they better than you. You see, even the other nations, even the goop, these fucking heathens, man. You know, these nasty, stinking ass heathens, man. Who fucking put their feet in entrees and dishes on the street. I'm talking about Elon, you know. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Go ahead.
But it says they hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem. You know, you have.
Yeah.
Read that part again.
It says all that passed by clapped their hands at thee, and they hissed and wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Sometimes you see these other nations or these richer Edomites. They ride down, limousines. They be passing through the hoods, and they be looking at Jake, how Jake lived. Homeless Jakes, dope-fiend Jakes, gang-banging ass Jakes. They ride through projects, every city,
And they see the astonishment.
And they see the ways of living with Jake, and that's why they shake their heads and look. Because when I was a kid, living in Chicago, I used to see limousines ride past, and we used to play bingo, but not knowing those are other nations, and Esau riding down, riding down the hood, looking at us like these niggas. That's how they live.
Laughing.
Yeah. When it says that they
get the Salakia, and they're coming from downtown too. Ride downstate, go right back downtown, man. All right, that's in every city and every hood. Now we know. Go ahead.
Yeah, when it says that they hit, no, you good. It says, well, when it says they hiss and wag their head, it ain't like, damn, it sucks for them, man. I wish you could help. Hell no, man. They like, damn. But it says they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem.
Look at these fucking people.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
for
You know,
nothing.
like look at this shit.
Yep.
This horrible ass these
Yep.
fucking
Right.
these fucking savage. They are fucking savage.
Yep.
That's how they talk. You know. Go ahead.
Biggest discrimination in the world. You
Yep.
know, stereotype.
Yep. But all that shit is coming to an end.
Stereotypical. Yep.
Go
Yep.
ahead.
Yep.
It says that they wagged their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, "Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?" Because we originally were.
Yeah.
We're going, and like the brother keeps saying, we're going to be. It's all coming back. You know, we're to come back and be royal and you know, kingly and the precious and perfection of beauty.
Yeah. I mean, you see it in certain a little here and a little there. You know, you see the potential of it, us being, you know, being perfect. But you know, in this society, it's obscure. You know, and it's obscure because of what they keep pumping through entertainment. They keep pumping this degenerate way of living, and they know it influences Jake at a mass rate. You know, so it's, you know, it's hard to see, but you know, through the Spirit, the Lord gives us small glimpses of what we can be, because we are a talented people. We are a very intellectual people. We are a very smart people, because all things persist from Jacob. You know, all things.
We are the former of all things.
Yeah, come.
Since you mentioned it, can I throw this out real quick? This is Deuteronomy 7:6. It says, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord, Yahweh Bashima B'Shai, thy power. The Lord, thy power, hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So holy means to be separate. So we are a separate nation from these other nations. And these other nations really serve us, if you want to get technical.
Yeah, that's what, yeah, we mentioned that earlier. We go back. Yeah, we still got Joel 3.
Let me get back on it. Back in Joel chapter 3 and verse, I'm going to start verse 2 again. It says, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land."
Right. So our scattering was very strategic. All right. When you look at it, they got what they call the Catholic Church. They got it. They call it dum diversis. All right. Where the Catholic Church was actually gave the authority for them to put us on boats on the western part of Africa and to bring us to the Americas. All right. And they call that the transatlantic slave trade. You see. So we're not going to act like it was just by coincidence. Oh, these savages rounded up themselves and sold themselves. No. Semite scholars who knew who they
A post that said, "Never forget," because the ship Jesus means Jenkins in 1555 who brought it to Africa.
in which a lot of you dummies as Christians, you have absolutely no clue on what you the banner and the standard that you carry. All right, which is an institution that fuels slavery, man. All right, so a lot of you dumbasses calling yourself Christians, all right, and don't know that the Christians, the modern day Christians, all right, are the ones that came and still coming against your birthright. All right, that's why they come in with these damn, theologian, supersessionalism and fucking replacement theology, man. So the Christians are really, they're at the head of religious. They're at the head. They're the religious spirit at the head of us being in certain conditions and us not knowing who the fuck we are, man. Go ahead.
It says, verse 3, "And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink."
Right, and that's actual history, man. All right, that's actual, literally. Okay. They cast lots for our people. What a lot is like a portion of life. A portion of life. All right, and a lot. When they cast a lot for us, right? They put us in chattel slavery, man. All right, and they sold a boy of what? So what did it say? It's like
"That ye have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink."
right. That's right. That's what our enemies done. Because it didn't say we were going to go into captivity under our friends. It said Israel will go into captivity by their enemies, and no man shall save them. All right? Deuteronomy 28:68 says that no man shall buy them, which that word goes into redeem. All right? right, and to redeem someone is to save them. So no one was going to save us out of the situation because the Lord put us there.
Yeah, if the heathen are our friend, why haven't they helped?
Right.
But it says, and yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense?
Right, and who's the new Tyrian Zidon? All right, it's the damn Jews, man. All right, the coast of Palestine. All right, you got all these nations that are in cahoots when you read Psalms 83. Okay, you know, go ahead.
It says, will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own head.
Right. So you can't pay us, you can't pay the Lord back. We racial, but mainly the so-called nation. You a dumbass, okay? Yeah, you faithless because what? They owe us their lives. They owe us blood, man. All right? Because what they've done, and it still hasn't came out to how much damage they've done. But we know, we see it in our reality how much damage they've done, was done to the nation of Israel. Okay? But they can't pay us back, nor will the Lord accept a payment. What? Because the Lord said what? He will turn it upon their own heads. So go ahead.
And you also, what does it say that they use by the force of the sword? You know, you spill blood, you got to pay it with your own blood.
Yeah.
It said, and if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
Right. So ain't no way you can pay the Lord back. He's going to swiftly pour it upon your own head. He's going to swiftly reject it. No, because the Lord, he said what? The Lord is playing for keeps, you know? Go ahead.
It says, because you have taken my silver and my gold.
Yeah, that's our shit.
Yeah, they made the dome out of gold.
It's like,
They made the dome. They made the gold dome, out of gold, man. That's actually real gold.
Got something real quick. While this is First Maccabees 2 and 10. It says, what nation have not had a part in her kingdom, which is talking about the kingdom of Israel.
that's right. To the
So the Gentiles.
They're exploiting us. They're doing all sorts of things, man. They're taking our riches, okay? And they're taking our history. They dug up our history. They hide the history.
You got artifacts and all
Yeah,
that.
they got all of that. They know who we are, man. Go ahead.
Luke 21 and 24, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Yep, see,
that's
and that was
literal.
Israel. That literally happened.
Yep. And Jerusalem shall
No,
be...
they trying to get the fucking Ark of the Covenant. You see? That's what do you call it? Injury.
Insult to injury.
Yeah, assault to injury. Go ahead.
it says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Right, and the times of the Gentiles haven't been fulfilled. Now we're at the cusp. We're at the end of that. You see, so the Gentiles have been doing whatever the hell they want. They've been put us in slavery. They've been doing all sorts of things, spilling our blood. You know, blaspheming the Lord, blaspheming our covenant, all sorts of things, man. So the time of the Gentiles is coming to an end, and that's and we're the sign us rising up.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, and specifically, that's dealing with the land, right there. That's dealing, because read it again real quick.
Luke, back in,
Because you got to make mention of the history on what it's talking about. Go ahead.
Luke 21:24 again, it says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive into all nations.
Yeah, and that's talking about 70 AD. Yep, that's the last time that we was in Israel was in 70 AD. You know?
And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles.
That was the Titus, Domitian, Vespasian, the siege of Jerusalem. Yep.
It says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time.
The heathens, not just Esau, you got Ham over there, you got Ishmael over there, you got various different nations over there in our homeland. In fact, where is it? It says that they divide Joel 3. Joel 3, it say that they yeah, you want to get that real quick?
Yep, back in Joel 2 or 3:2, it says, and I will gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and my heritage Israel.
Yeah, we'll judge them. That's what pleading is. He's going to judge them. And this is the purpose of World War III. See, World War III is happening is because of the wickedness and the evil that they've done to the blacks, Latino, Native Americans, the Israelites. So the Lord is going to gather all the nations that has came up against us, and He's going to judge them all at one time. That's what World War III is about. All of the nations getting paid, the Lord having a recompense upon the nations who all enslaved us.
From the nations and parted my land.
See, and parted my land.
They got lands and stuff that's not theirs that they trying to take up right now.
Yeah.
So they call it the Greater Israel or something.
Yeah. Earlier, when Trump first got one land post,
Yeah.
it was it started with a G something Heights. When Trump, it's like a what's the word? Fortified,
Fortress. No.
It's basically like a if you get set up in that particular area, it's good for the military defense. Golem Heights was it the Golem
okay.
Heights?
Okay.
And that's what they were fighting over back in the time of Trump, which was in Israel, you know. But you had something, Ahmad.
Yeah, I got a precept. And then too, you got Benjamin Netanyahu on record as saying they got to eradicate, like he called the Palestinians. But
the Ashkenazi is the fucking
Exactly.
Or even here in
that's
America,
the covetous.
Yeah, there you go.
They covet fields.
Well, here in America, these the middle class and upper class, you can buy land and use it as collateral. It's land that is really supposed to be preserved for the masses, or like national, like there's a term, I can't even remember what it's called, but you can Esau's laws protects their land if it's like wrongfully what do you call it, like apprehended. There's laws to protect them wrongfully doing things.
Right.
I mean, which you already know Esau's crooked as fuck.
Yeah.
So
Like
they
if
got
they get
this.
exposed for doing it illegally, they can
This is
protect
the
themselves.
curse.
You know,
The curse is that the other nations have those lands.
Push it up. You got it in the camera.
Go ahead.
Netanyahu strikes defiant tone at UN. Yeah, he
Yeah, they're
pissing
going
everybody
into-
off. He pissing everybody off.
Yeah, because they're trying to use that Gaza Strip for the new port where they put,
Yep. But wait, before you read that, go back to that to the time of the Gentiles.
Okay, God. Let's see.
Because that's very important. You have to understand what it's saying. Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. That means until the Lord takes them up out of that land. And this is why you know that the Israelites are not there. Somebody get Isaiah 14:1 real quick. God.
But back in Luke 21:24, it says, I'll read the whole thing again. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive unto all nations. It's talking about the nation of Israel. It says, which is so fun, they go back to it says, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Yep, until the time and this is the beginning of their end, the beginning of them getting up out of our homeland. You see? That's why that precept proves that the Lord is going to choose Israel. Go ahead.
And set them in their own land.
See, and set them in their own land. But right now, who has our land? Esau has the land. Okay? Ezekiel. It says, aha, that we have roughly perfect took over the ancient places.
You want me to get that?
Yeah, get that real quick.
Let's see. Ezekiel 36 and verse, let's see.
Start from what?
Yeah, that's what
Set that face against Mount Seir.
Yeah. It says, that's Ezekiel 35, but this one it says, Ezekiel 36:1, also thou son of man, prophesy Lord power to one. Because the enemy have said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
See, the enemy. See, even going back before now, you had Herod the Great his father was Antipater, the Idumean. See, those Edomites, they've been trying to take over the land of Israel.
Well, that was in Ezekiel, 36 as well, where it said that they appointed my land. Right here.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to read all the way down then. It said, because they said, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession.
Uh-huh.
Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord power, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side.
Yep, that's what they did to the Israelites.
That you might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen.
Yeah, so they took the land and they took the people.
Yep. It says, yep. And you are taken up in the lips of talkers.
Yep.
And are an infamy of the people.
Infamy of the people.
That's what we just got done talking about, the proverbs and bywords.
Yep, the proverb and the byword.
A constant talk of talking.
Yep.
It says, therefore, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Into the rivers, into the valleys, to the desolate waste, a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen.
Antipater is the father of Herod the Great when he made that alliance, with the Roman Republic, and he was set up as the king of the Jews. It's just like now they try to call themselves basically. I will sit in the mountain of the Most High. I will shew myself a power.
He was amongst, how did it say? He was amongst my stones, my good stones.
Anointed cherub. The Israelites over there in their land too.
They put it right by the factory and shit.
Yep.
Talking about the Mona.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but even before those Jakes went out there.
8 and 13. It says, thou hast been in Eden. Every precious stone was thy covering. The sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald. It says,
that's Esau.
God. It says, thou art the anointed.
No, they was
Watson and Daniel.
yeah, they was watching it. Yeah, it wasn't this one. Yeah, but they still are.
Yeah. It says, thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and it's talking about Esau.
Yeah, the anointed cherub. 24.
Sheriff is like an angel.
Yeah.
That's
Covereth. It's been down in the midst of the stones of fire.
Yep, because they're taking up. They took them. Who? The stones of fire is the Israelites. Peter said we are lively stones. So that's talking about the Israelites.
Also on Zechariah 96.
Yep.
It says about how
The bastard dwelleth in Ashdod.
Yeah, because Lord considered them bastards.
Yep.
Legitimate child.
Illegitimate. Meaning, when you go into the word illegitimate, it goes into illegal. So you have illegal people over there in the land of Israel because they set themselves up there.
It's not their own.
Yep. Well, before I finish this, I'm going to come back to that in Ezekiel 36 and 5. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which have appointed my land into their possession,
Right.
with the joy of all their heart.
Yeah, and they did that through the Balfour Declaration in this lifetime. Okay,
They flew. They flew.
Elias. They call him Elias, which is what Elias means to be airlifted or high, to lift upon.
And finishing off 14, it says, thou hast brought them down in the midst of the stones of fire. It says, thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created until iniquity was found in thee. Because you believe that the Israelites are yours to consume, that they're yours, that they belong to you.
Right.
That's in Ezekiel 35. It says, by the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. And what you forget is that the Lord tells you he was always there watching.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
It says, therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of the Lord, and will destroy thee.
Profane. There we go. Outside the temple. Is there any what do you say? A fornicator or profane person that's Esau?
Yep. It says, and I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire.
Woo. So judgment is going to happen to you. And guess what? The Lord is going to destroy the land of Israel. You know, with that fire, and then it's going to be rebuilt. Go ahead.
It says, "Thine heart was lifted up because of thy beauty." Now, and he using us, the Israelites, mainly as like a constant source of what do you call it?
Revenue.
Yeah, there you go.
Income.
Yep.
Well, when you go to Revelation, the 18th chapter, it speaks about the merchants, all what the merchant city has traded, export, import with various nations and their goods, etc. That's the traffic. That's how this place got rich. Yep.
It says, "By thy iniquity of thy traffic," it says, "Therefore will I bring forth a fire from the midst of thee, and it shall devour thee, and I will bring thee to ashes upon the earth in the sight of all them that behold thee.
That's right.
And thou shalt know, and they," so like it says, "all they that know thee among the."
The 18th chapter.
Yep.
Where it says they shall feel well earned. You know, when they see the smoke for burning.
Yep.
You know, because they ain't gonna be able to sell all their merchandise here anymore. Because this is a consumer nation. Right on the trade.
Another thing too, as the brother was going into earlier, because these nations know that while they have Israel in a demised state, while they keep us in this condition, they can continue to, like brother said, increase with revenue. You know, it's like that movie Matrix, the last Matrix they made. They knew that keeping us just far enough apart, but not too close to the Lord, it keeps them in a profiting, what they call a system. You know, so while that's all coming to an end, Esau's, these other nations, they get tear and never shalt thou be anymore. So, yep.
Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people whom thou hast chosen. Giving a distinction, put a distinction between the heathen nations and the chosen of the Heavenly Father, Yasher Allah, or in this time known as Israel, or you so-called Black Latinos, Native Americans. It says, for our sakes, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that there felleth from a vessel. So
That's why that's their true purpose, is to serve, not to be on top.
And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen which have lords over us and to devour us. That goes back to that Lamentations. This is the day that they look for, to devour Israel, like it says in the
Man, that's vocab, bitch ass. You ain't shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Fucking all these goddamn other nations. Beginning with Esau trying to make it seem like they something. The Lord said the nations ain't nothing, man. You know?
Well, it says in the book of Deuteronomy, as part of the curses, thou shalt come up,
You should
the
be.
nation shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low.
Perfect.
That's,
Yep.
You see that every day in the neighborhood.
Yep.
Take neighborhoods. You got the heathen nations, they running shop.
Yep. Yep.
It says,
Yeah, you got certain. I was gonna say it. You got certain immigrants that ain't other nations in Israel. They come and they get little stipends and all that. But bulk of the immigrants are Israelites who come trying to find a life.
God, it says, verse 58, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, and verse 58, but we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into thy hands, in their hands. It says,
so that's another identifier. So the nations are ruling over the Israelites, and that's plain as day when you look into the world. You see the condition of who Israel really is. The nations are ruling over. Other nations serve as taskmasters over the nation of Israel with Esau.
it says, with the world, how long shall this endure? That goes along with that Matthew chapter.
Because the inheritance is the land,
Right.
like the brother was going into. The land, what comes with the land is a culture.
No,
Let's add something real quick.
So there's plenty of precepts that back up where the true Israelites are in the last days and who is running the world. You know.
Psalm 75:7. It says, "But the heavenly Father is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another."
Right. The scriptures say that he that today is a king, tomorrow shall die.
Right.
You know, and Esau right now, he's in his rulership. He's in his heaven, which is the rulership. And tomorrow, you know, not literally tomorrow, but you know, he shall die.
What also says that one that was never thought of has taken this crown. So that's us.
Verse 8. "For in the hand of
We
the Lord
fools.
there is a cup."
Kind of looks like madness.
Yep. How is he numbered amongst the saints? Damn, I forgot my damn.
Verse 8. "For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them."
That's going into the curses. They're gonna drink the dregs of the curses. That means every last little drop. Say you a bit
Yeah.
all the way dry. That's that.
A little bit more. Verse 9. It says, "But I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the power of Jacob. All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off."
Yeah,
But the
horn going to power. You know, you got different facets of Edomites that's in power. Even the Russians. Who was that said the Russians gonna come back into power and the Edomites? I think that was the current. Yeah, Assad. Yeah.
Shut your ass up.
Right. He said all the horns is gonna be cut off. So all their power. You know.
This is Obadiah 1:15. It says, "For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee."
Right, like the scripture says, it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation unto them that trouble deep.
That's right.
You know, so as it has been done unto us, so shall it be done unto the heathen. And as well, you saw even mainly.
Bring it out! Bring it out! Bring it out, bro!
Brother going in.
Come, bro.
Screaming and shit. Go ahead, bro.
It says, "As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain." That's talking about the Israelites. And you having a part in our captivity as well.
Damn, what are y'all reading? It's like everything is about. God damn. Every scripture is Israel, Israel, Israel. The other nations ain't shit. Captivity, fire. Why you out here mess with these people?
No.
Go
It
ahead.
says, "For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually."
Yeah,
So
but
shall
see,
all
that-
these-
So that's a judgment. A judgment
That's
is
a
being
judgment.
set on these nations.
Yep.
And this, you can't, what they call it, you can't get over that. You can't just surpass that. You see, and then talk about salvation for all. No, it's like somebody running away from an ass whooping. You're not gonna run away from this. All right, you're not gonna run away from this.
Like
You
when your
gotta-
mom, you get the back of your back with the
Yeah,
belt.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can't-
yeah.
Now,
You know, remember,
At the same time, we're righteous in the,
What is
So that's why you niggas now. This is Esau's kingdom now. Y'all see, you Israelites is trying to make. It's like y'all trying to plant y'all flag in America with the y'all trying to rule with.
if you ain't standing on this, you out your mind. The Lord
Yeah.
is standing on His word, man.
Yep, that's right.
What do you say?
I don't know where you can shake
On me.
it. Right.
And they shall. And they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. One of the things is that the kings of the heathen will come to the Gentiles, their abundance.
Because they've been high so long,
Yep.
so they're gonna be as if they've not been. They're gonna be busted,
And disgusting.
busted and disgusted, man.
And you know what?
They gonna go back to their natural state. They gonna go back to that caveman beast mentality.
Got cocaine.
The Lord, hey,
You know?
you know, with Esau today ruling, man, you know, he wanted to make Jake an example. Because, you know, in the kingdom, you know, we ain't gonna fuck with you like
Getting fucked up. That nigga ain't gonna eat shit with the well, he's fucked. That guy's screwed. In the kingdom, it's over with for that nigga. It's over with for Esau. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's over for that nigga. Esau is fucked.
Because in the kingdom, you got to think about it. Esau, like he's gonna be itching to do something wicked.
Yeah, Esau is over with.
Well, you know
Like,
what?
We're gonna have like rods made for like every day just for whooping his.
As a matter of fact, you don't know before he do the shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, even if he have a thought,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna put the thought in his head just to fuck him up. We do what the fuck we want to do. I'm gonna put a thought in his head. What you thinking about? I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Jay big on instigation.
Yeah,
We'll instigate quick.
I'm gonna beat up my own instigator. Bossy ain't working.
I'm gonna jump up to
Esau getting fucked up,
you get
man.
punished for your thoughts.
That nigga getting fucked up, man. It's about that time. They
Too long, and it's beyond the point of it's beyond the point of
oh shit! That's gonna be big.
It's gonna be right.
It was like a streak.
It was right there.
Yep.
Then you gonna see the cyborg, you know, off of the World of Worlds, when the lightning struck.
I'm gonna start off with Obadiah 1:9. It
It's
says,
almost time to go. I'm a little scared. Yeah.
Lord chime in, boy.
Go ahead, go ahead.
it says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end, like you said, going back to that cave state. You know, you're gonna be of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates.
the sins of his youth.
Yep.
Because they stood on the other side when the Babylonians took us down. So, and then it's just not that time. You know, I think it's in Amos where it says for 3 transgressions.
Yep, the first chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. You know, what does it say? As, when thou seest a thief, thou consentest with him. It says, but thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction.
Yeah, so even though we went off, they weren't supposed to just come and do what they did.
You know, like when you took us captive, you had us, what did it say that, well, even when it says that who is possessed slain them and hold themselves not guilty, but you consider yourself blessed for it. You know, and you said that you was not offended.
Right.
You, and you know, you want to talk about brother being brotherly and all that. Well, you weren't a brother to us, man.
Right.
You know.
Well, he had the spirit of Cain on him.
Yep.
He was a murderer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people, and they laid hands on their substance.
He marked all your steps. And you think the Lord marked steps throughout all of your history, man.
Con.
So you're gonna be punished. You're gonna be punished for shit you've done in the not only in the ancient world, not only now, but in the ancient.
Yeah. Yep.
It says,
Yeah, what it says, judging the 3rd and 4th generation upon them that. Yep. So that's for Esau too. They gonna get paid back too. You know.
when it says, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape.
Yeah, man, that was wicked.
Yeah, that's
Here it is, we running from a whole nother nation, and you're supposed to be our brother, and you blocking our entry to safety. You know? Hey, real quick, this is from the brother Gabar. Shalom. Psalms 34:21. Evil shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. It's over with for this motherfucker, man.
Who all hate the right? Everybody hates the right.
Yep.
We ain't had no allies. Even in that time, we ain't had no allies.
Nope.
The only ally we have was God.
That's the only ally we need.
Yep.
That's it. Y'all got it.
I'm gonna go back to Isaiah 14 chapter.
Okay, come.
But it said, but neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his destruction.
See? So you thought, you know, they counted us out. They counted us down and out. But the Lord said He's going to bring salvation upon Israel, who have been downtrodden. See, these nations are at ease. And then you got these fucking Christians talking about all could be saved. Well, everybody ain't calling upon it.
This don't sound like all can be saved to me.
Right, exactly.
Precept. To go with go with that real quick. Zechariah 2:7. It says, I'll take it to verse 8. It says, "Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwelleth with the daughter of Babylon."
Ooh, that's a cut.
Yep. That's also a geographical location because it lets you know Esau is over here, the daughter of Babylon. We over here in the land of America, the land of the
That
north.
proves that the Israelites are serving. They're serving the Edomites.
Yep. It says,
It's a little bit more.
Yeah.
It says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory hath He sent me unto the nations of the apple of mine eye."
and Esau knows that too, by the way. He knows that very well, that we belong to the Lord. He knows we're the Israelites. All right? So,
That's why He ain't touching. That's why He ain't touching. But something gonna be put in His heart. His heart is gonna be hardened like Pharaoh, and They're gonna come out.
but he's gonna get tired of trying to get his blessing. He's gonna say, "Dad, I'm giving this shit now."
Well, they already touched us, you know what I'm saying? But concerning the elect, because the apple of the Lord's eye is Israel.
That's what I'm.
But the elect is the choice, the
Israel of God.
time.
So back in Obadiah 1:18, it says, "And the house of Joseph shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble." And it looks like soot. It said, "And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining."
Yeah, first time you're gonna ever see a black Edomite. Because he's gonna be char.
It says, "And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau." Again, that don't sound like everybody can be saved. "For the Lord Yahweh have spoken it."
And don't forget that the Lord said He changes not. Okay? So what was written in the Old Testament, as they say, it's still going to apply when Yahweh came. Remember, He said, "I come not to destroy the prophets." But you see, so the things that's written in the Old Testament, as what they call the Old Testament, prophecies that has not happened is going to happen. Ain't nothing going to change. He's, what does it say? The same today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Okay? So what is that talking about? He's the same. He don't change, man.
The scripture can't be broken.
Right.
So as long as they can find an inconsistency or they can say some other shit that make it seem like the scripture is broke, but you can't break it.
And because they don't understand what the precepts is saying. You see? The scripture says, "With thy precepts I get understanding." And they don't have that understanding. Isaiah 28, it says when they go upon precept, they fall backwards. See, they broken and snared. See, it's a trap into them. They getting trapped up in the web when they try to go into the scriptures.
Don't understand at all.
Yeah, that's how you know it ain't for everybody. It's a mystery.
Lightning hit something.
So imagine having an answer to that.
Come on, man.
You ain't got nothing in the world that can answer to that.
Nothing. No technology. Nothing.
Go ahead.
Isaiah 14. It's Isaiah 14. It's back in Isaiah 14, verse 1. It says, "For choose Israel
Right?
and set them in their own land."
That's what the whole purpose of all this is about. Destroying the nations and those back into the homeland. Go ahead.
It says, "And the strangers shall be joined with him."
Which is the scattered Israelites. All right? Because going back into 70 AD, we was dispersed, the diaspora. We was dispersed.
To the house of Jacob,
Uh-huh.
and the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and
You
handmaids.
see that? Come on, man. That hasn't happened yet. When has the Israelites had anybody in captivity? We've been in captivity all this damn time. You know? We've been driven from this land to this land, from that land to that land. We done escaped here and fled off here. We done got caught here. We've been driven all the way away from the Israel. You know?
And in that case, concerning the JOOs, where is their service? Who's serving you willingly through fear and admiration?
Ain't nobody serving you willingly.
Nope. And everything they're doing is secret.
Yep.
You know?
Man.
Land of the Most High for servants and handmaids. Captors they were.
See who's captives. The Europeans came and got the blacks, Latino, Native, well, the so-called African American Indians from the west coast of Africa, right, and brought them over here. It's documented history that Cristobal Colon came from Spain under the authority of Queen Elizabeth and King Ferdinand, right, and they captured said islands where the indigenous people were at, and they put them into captivity, man.
And you ain't seen no phenomenon like that ever.
We're gonna be the authority in that day. The head niggas in charge. Go ahead.
The word dismayed in Obadiah, I wanted to look it up, but it goes into to break down by violence and to beat down and discourage, to scare and terrify and to make afraid. When it said that Esau shall be dismayed,
Yeah.
that's what it's talking about in Obadiah, the first chapter.
Yep.
So, yep.
When his kingdom go down. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass
To restore the kingdom unto Israel. So throughout all the scriptures, we can see that the salvation and the who's the most favored in the Bible. The Israelites are the most favored in the scriptures. Now here it is. They want to talk about the gospel and when they say Gentile here. Well, let's go to the book of Revelation. Who was going to be sealed for salvation in Revelation, the 7th chapter? It says, until the tribe of Judah sealed 12,000. Issachar, Judah, Benjamin, Joseph, Naphtali. So it's telling you who's going to get that sealing of salvation before the destruction comes.
I heard Christians say that that's spiritual now.
You know what? Spiritually, these nuts.
Attached to certain tribes that are going to get.
How you going to spiritually attract to somebody else's nationality?
Right, that's
Somebody else's lineage.
Somebody else's lineage.
Right. And it just it speaks to what they've been doing forever, man. You know?
Damn, y'all want to take everything.
We already know that.
Y'all gonna take the curses, all right. Y'all want to take something from the Israelites.
Right.
You niggas gonna take the curses. You can take that.
You want to be us so bad.
Yeah, you want to be us so bad. Don't even worry about it.
Right.
Yeah, don't even worry.
and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve.
Yeah, this was hard bondage, man. We still getting our ass kicked. Jake's still getting their ass kicked, man.
The psychological damage.
That's
alone.
man. The psychological damage is
waking
treacherous.
Up, waking up, just under constant duress, under constant stress.
Hamster wheel. You know.
To say
Even the millionaires, the celebrities, they not happy.
Hell no.
See, you still in captivity. They ain't happy, man. They worried about they finna get that phone call because Diddy got locked up. You know. They losing, you know, they look, man, all the business meetings, the deals that they get, they got to look, man, all that shit is to put you in captivity, man. And they find that out now. And what Jake is trying to do is try to wiggle their way out of, you know, the status of being a nigga. No, you're still a nigga.
Yeah, you're gonna be bunny. Yeah, you got a bunny hop like Meek Mills is doing.
Yeah.
With that billionaire.
So, just to add to your point, they put they added another tax to the NFL and the NBA, where that depending on what state you're in and what team you play for and how long you sign, you know, that contract.
Yeah.
So a lot of those basketball players are losing like half of their check before they even get it. And that's why they're offering them 150, 201 million dollars. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
That's why they're offering them that, because half of that they're not even gonna get that.
Crazy.
Yeah, when you bust it all the way down, they ain't getting that much.
Yeah.
So, the one guy tried to go under the LLC, and so he can get all this money.
Yeah.
And they rejected his ass.
Damn.
Yeah, he tried. He did it.
Other than the for a season,
Yeah.
man, this season ain't shit.
No, it's not.
Hey,
I got it.
Go ahead, Aki.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. This is this is in Hebrews 11:24. It says, "By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called." You know, Jake want to retire in this time, man. It says, "But when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter."
And that was a high status in the time of Egypt.
Oh yeah, very high.
That was high. He was basically second in command out of the top man in the fucking known world.
In the known.
And the known world, he was the top man. He was underneath the top man. Just to see it all. Go ahead.
With the people of God.
Because right now, Deacon Akkad couldn't do that. You see? Y'all would want to be at the top of the top. You know? Yeah, Daniel. Daniel was high up. Him, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, to be in the presence of the king and that type, they were in certain positions, man. Because of their wisdom, their knowledge, breaking down dreams, interpreting dreams. You know? So they was at a high position. Read that again.
It says, "By faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter."
Right?
Daughter, Salaki. "Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season."
See, because ain't nothing. Only thing that comes from this world when you make it at those certain positions is sin.
Yeah.
Perversion. Look what's going on with Diddy. And you know they put the baby oil because they know niggas is going to flaunt to the baby oil. Ha ha, he. But it was actually drugs in the shit.
Yeah.
It was drugs in it.
Right.
Drugging people.
Pouring it in the
agent.
driver for He
went to college with a mob boss's son.
Yeah.
And that's
so.
how you got connected.
Yep.
with that.
I see this
That's why niggas can get whacked underneath him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
this guy made a badass statement on sitting on an Instagram reel. I've been loving it lately, but he said success is like being pregnant. Everybody's saying congrats. That's how it goes.
Improve. Yeah, go ahead.
One hell of a saying.
But
You could actually take that to 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. From what?
You can take it to 20.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin.
Yeah, I'd rather be poor. I'd rather I'd rather go through the hell now. You know? Because the scripture says, don't neither give me riches or poverty, or unless I may forget the Most High. Roughly paraphrasing it.
It also says that you laugh now, you're going to weep later.
Yep.
Yeah, and then riches.
Profit not in the day of wrath.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
we
So,
just-
you got it.
Well, no, we were just going into in Baruch the 4th chapter how at this time what we're going through right now is because we're basically getting our asses whooped by the Lord.
Yeah.
So we getting our whoopings right now so we can enjoy later, man.
Well, the scriptures say, somebody grab that real quick. Chastised. You rather get chastised. Go ahead. That's spirit. Yep. Go ahead. Yep.
Well, that's in Hebrew.
I'll take the chastisement. Fuck it. That shit hurt. You know, that shit hurt.
It feel like torture. It feel like you being tortured.
Man, that shit hurt.
Hey, look. At one time, I was like, man, this is torture.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that shit hurt, man. This chastisement, they don't feel good.
No.
But it ain't supposed to. You see?
Oh, but
the scriptures is our comforter to be. Now we understand why we got to go through it. Because it's something better. That's what visionaries is. We got to.
it was subject to it.
Yep.
We're subject to the hope.
You get through the hell, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get a look at it.
And also what it's doing is bringing forth. It's getting rid of the imperfections and bringing you to righteousness.
Yep.
Through this way. That's how Yahweh Shai amended for his past transgressions.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, it's almost over, like you said. This ass whooping almost over. I remember my uncle, right? He used to get my ass whooped, right? Everybody getting 10 hits. I used to count my shit. 1, 2. I used to count them. Like when it gets to like 8, I'm like, all right, it's almost over. The ass whooping is almost over. You know what I'm saying? But that 10th will be the hardest one.
Yeah, we never got whooped on the day of.
No, man.
Up. It would be like 2 weeks later, and she'd take all that anger out on us.
Man.
Fucking up. No, we ain't had no belt. You had that extension cord.
Shit, he had a
I already
switch.
knew in my mind just lay
We had
down.
to get- we had to go
Everybody
out.
ran from the whooping. I said, let me just go ahead and play the fuck down and get this shit over with.
Man, you had to go out. You had to go out. I remember we
Yeah,
had to
get
go
your
out
own
too. We had to
switch.
get your own switch.
Yeah, I know your mom.
And you better get a good one.
Nigga, don't get the littlest one. That's the
No,
one that hurt.
man.
You thinking that the littlest switch is the one that's gonna be like, it ain't gonna hurt that much. I ain't gonna get the big one because it's hard. No, the little ones is what lead them bruises. The little ones is them whelps.
She know it too. Yeah, give me that.
I remember trying to layer up though.
Ain't no layer up.
Throw up a couple layers on. I gave her like 5 sweaters on. She like, Mom started laughing. She was like, what?
What the fuck is you on?
Layer up, shit.
Lay your ass down.
I remember, hey, Gina used to put on baby oil. So she used to turn baby oil so it could slide off. That shit did not work, nigga.
It's even worse.
Yeah, but the ass whoopers is necessary, man.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, I got that.
You got it. Go ahead.
Chastisement.
Yep.
But first, if we judge ourselves, we shall.
That's it, man. So we get chastened now by Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, and the scripture says it's a light affliction. Because at the end of the day, it's like you just gotta, you know, you go through a certain little shits here and there, man, and you gotta get over it.
We ain't being persecuted like
Yeah, we ain't getting
I
getting
was
fucked
just
up,
thinking
man.
that yesterday about how I was trying to be as humble as possible while driving home when I said this. But I was like, being in this truth, you know, knowing the knowledge and all that. Yeah, we curse, but it's not as bad. I said as humble as possible.
Yeah, no,
It's not
yeah.
as bad as like what you know.
It could be
everybody else
worse.
is. Yeah.
You cannot have the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
See,
Right.
with the truth, you can understand why we getting our ass whooped. So that eases the pain.
Yeah.
The pain eases up when you know, like, man, this is Lord. I just gotta have faith. I gotta keep on going. And then when you hear other brothers going through it, it's like, let me shut the fuck up, cause shit, I ain't going through that, you know. But then there's another brother like, damn, I ain't going through that. So it's like we all collectively, you know, is fighting together through the spirit, man. And that's the best thing.
That's why the Lord said He ain't gonna put none on you that you can't handle.
Accomplished within our brethren.
Same affliction.
Yep.
You got it. Go ahead, bro.
For chastisement, when you go into the word in the Strong's, by duo, and it says to train up children to be instructed or taught or learn. It says of those who are molding the character of others with proof and admonition.
See that? See, we being shaped, we being molded to perfection. In fact, real quick, somebody get there. It says meat for the master's use.
And what we're doing is learning obedience.
Yep,
Learning
right,
how to
right.
learn obedience. So we continue to do what we're called to do.
Yep.
Without wavering.
Yep.
Scripture says, train up a child in the way he should go, and he shall not depart from it.
That's it. That's it.
I got it.
Yeah, Yeah.
We princes being trained up to be kings. This is like what do them devils go? They go to what is it? What is it? It's a college that they go to. It's like prep.
Yeah. You got it right.
Is it prep school or something like that?
It is prep school.
It's like a prep school.
It is prep.
You know, so they get trained up to become presidents and congressmen and these, you know, so they got to go through all this extra shit. Well, we getting trained up to be kings. We getting trained up to understand what wickedness is and what righteousness is, and
How to judge. Between the two, yeah.
Should not the saints judge the world? So we're learning on how to judge matters. We gonna have to judge the nations. Like, you got to think about that. We got to judge the entire planet.
Right.
So this ain't nothing when you really overall think about what we gonna get.
It was like how you recognize how much patience the Lord had with you.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, because we supposed to be through.
Right. But then for us to go out into the world when the Lord has established and reestablished us, for us to have that same eye towards the rest of the world. You know, even though we're gonna be having our fun, but
No, we're gonna lash out at Esau. He gonna get all that.
Hell yeah.
But let me start. Did you? Oh no,
He's gonna be like a woman.
I had that one in Timothy.
Well, finish that up. Finish the chastising up. There's more on that.
1 Corinthians 11 and 31 says, "Wherefore, my brethren, when you come together to eat, tarry one for another." That was it. That was it on verse.
No, go into the word. I think you said-
It's going all.
No, you went into the word, right? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Al.
This is 2 Timothy, and I'm gonna start at verse 19. It says, "Nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal: the Lord knoweth them that are His. And let everyone that nameth the name of Hamashiach, Yahushua, depart from iniquity."
Woo! So a lot of y'all ain't apart from iniquity, because y'all not naming the name.
Right.
Nate.
Right. You have to invoke the name. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. It's just like putting in the code.
Yeah.
You know.
So the name actually clears sins.
Yeah.
It says, "But in a great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor."
See that? So some to honor, some to dishonor. Go ahead.
"If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor."
See, and this is the purging. The Lord puts us through that fire. That's the purges. It's called dross. When you're dealing with metals, let's deal with silver, right? When you put silver in that hot lava, in that hot fire, what happens is the dross is
Impurities.
Yeah, which is known as impurities. The dross is taken out of the silver to make the silver more refined. You know,
It actually rises to the top,
and you get the scraper. You scrape it off. You scrape the dross out.
It says, if a
So
man-
that's all of our doubt, stubbornness, hypocrisy.
Yeah, rebellion.
The old man.
Yeah.
The old man is getting burned away and taking out ego, pride. You know.
Because you got to you got to react with reason. Because the scripture talking about the trial of man is reason.
Yep.
So you have to find the reason with all that you're going through.
Scripture saying Numbers 31 that fire and water is used as a cleansing agent. Cleanse out.
Yeah, the impurity.
Yep, that's it. And those are the top cleansing agents, because water is cleansing. That's the baptism.
Yeah.
How can a young man cleanse his way? That's the scriptures, by taking heed to the truth, roughly paraphrasing. And then the fire, right? John the Baptist, he said that he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit and with fire. You see? So we need that fire on us so we can become perfect.
That water is what cleans the conscience.
It's the straight gate. That's what the straight gate is all about.
Yep.
But it
You
says,
got it.
"If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use."
That's it. So we want to be meat for the master's use. Sanctified meaning set apart, holy. We're different from the rest. While he got burned up, he fizzled away. You know, he endured for a little bit, but that fire got on his ass, and he fizzled out. A lot of guys fizzling the fuck out.
Because if you wood or hay, the fire is just gonna turn you into ashes.
Yep.
It's gonna, you're gonna float away. But
Yep.
if you gold and silver, it ain't gonna do nothing but purify.
And that's it.
Yep.
Cause wood can burn for a little bit. You know, the hay, that's good. That's out the way quick. But that wood, you can put fire to wood, and it'll last a little bit, just like the palo, right? As much as you keep putting fire to that Palo Santo wood, eventually it ain't gonna be nothing. So eventually the wood can burn away, but that gold and that silver, that all that that old mentality, In fact, somebody real quick get Ephesians
So
and then
it
get
says
Ephesians 2.
that we should be meet for the master's use and prepared unto every good work. It says, but flee also youthful lust.
That's it.
But follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart.
And that fire gets you into that mindset of more faith in the Lord. Peace. You know? You know what I'm saying? It makes you want peace. That's on you. Man, I just want peace. I just want Yahweh Shai. Because this shit is, because that's the only way. You know?
This is the reason why we greet each other. Shalom.
Right, peace.
That's it.
Because that's all we want is peace. You know? Go ahead, Doc. You had something to say?
No. Ephesians 2.
You done with that? All right, go ahead, Doc.
This is Ephesians 2:1. It says, and you have equipped who were dead in trespass and sins.
See? We was dead in trespass and sins. Going the fuck off. The Lord gave us that, put that heat on us, gave us the truth, and woke us up. Go ahead.
It says, wherein time past ye walk according to the course of this world.
See? That's that impurities. The course of this world. We was basically Edomites. We was chocolate black Edomites. Because we was doing the things of him.
The American way shit.
You know? Go ahead.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
See, according to the prince of the power of the air. We was walking disorderly. So, in order to take out that disorderly within us, we got to go through that fire to see if we remain. That's the test. All right? That's our test. You say you believe, you say you have faith, you call on the name, you say you're an Israelite. Well, I'm going to put you through these series of tests to see if you really stand. And a lot of dudes, they don't stand. They get tired of going through hell. They get tired of getting rebuked. They get tired of having to shape up their life for the better, for Yahweh Hashem Shah, the anastrophe, their conduct. You know? They want to be niggas. They want to use Jake. They want to come into this truth and find avenues to make more money. You know?
That's why Yahweh Shah said, blessed is he that is not offended in me.
Right.
You know?
Perfect.
Because guys, they go through that fire and they get offended.
They get offended.
You know, they
So-
get mad at the Lord like that.
With that offense, they try to get these, because we gotta be poor. It ain't like we gotta have, when we pull out, we gotta be pull out lint and shit in our pocket. Not that type of poor, But for the most part, we gotta be poor, lowly, a base, humble, And money brings forth demons of pride, man.
Well, somebody's breaking that down. The reason why these people live the way they live, like you use Diddy as an example, is because they have the money to do all the wicked shit. You got access.
Yep.
Money to do all these.
Yep. When we look at Tyson was
Because with all that money, guess what? You gotta still pay taxes, and you gotta pay all type of shit. And you gotta walk on thin rope with this damn devil too. So you gotta do what he say. You gotta get popped up the ass. You gotta do this. You gotta do all this shit to keep that money. So it's really slavery. But to the illusion that is, we making it is all good. To the rest of the world to seduce them. It's a real wicked world, man.
Like a Taylor Swift, she didn't eat about it. She just got done getting put on blast for what she did with Diddy. And she was trying to forgive this from her boyfriend for what she did. And,
See what?
Is it Taylor Swift's wife?
Yeah.
She gotta be. She ain't got no ass.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I went to school with her cousin.
Taylor Swift?
Taylor Swift?
Hell,
Yeah,
man.
ain't she from Wisconsin?
I don't know where she's from.
Oh,
He did a lot of shit with Jay.
But she did what Diddy to record herself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I know. Yeah, her cousins and shit.
okay.
Them white boys can hoop.
Yeah.
Them niggas can hoop.
Is she even with she's dating that one guy that played for the Kansas City
She might
Chiefs?
be
Yeah.
That's a Jake.
Travis Kelce, yeah.
Yeah.
The Kelsey brothers, yeah. They look like twins, but you can tell they got too much soul. They got,
Trying.
yeah.
But
It's working through them.
yeah.
That's why we don't. That's why the scriptures say abstain from the appearance of evil.
Yeah.
They're the appearance of evil. They're doing things in this world that's of this world.
And this truth tries us.
Yeah.
It say what is that in Apocrypha? It say try us by her discipline.
Yeah.
You know, so we get tried by the old things that we used to do in this world. You know, that
And
we
by
can't
her
do.
law,
Yep. Yep.
Sometimes, you know, you gotta watch Satan too, because he'll try to bring
All
you
the
back.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah.
He'll bring you back,
Yep.
tempt you to,
That
you
tempt.
know,
Yep. The tempting.
yeah, to tempt you how you was in the world.
Yep. Yep.
So we all gotta watch that shit.
Yep. 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 Yep.
And that's how a lot of guys fall out too.
Yep.
They get
Old
tempted.
friends and
Like you said, they get tired of
Old
I'm
friends.
broke,
living day
nigga.
to day. Yeah.
Old
They get
friends
tired.
and new pussy.
the world. Kevin, if I had the money.
Yep.
Back in Ephesians 2 and 3, it says, among whom,
Yeah, I think I know a guy.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
it says, among whom also we all had our conversation in time past,
Mm-hmm.
in the lust of our flesh.
Yep.
See? So
And the lust of our flesh. So that fire that gets pushed on us is to
Stay away.
it's to heal us from that,
Yeah.
so to
yeah.
speak. You know.
So it's a benefit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
it says, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But the Most High, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us.
Mm-hmm. That's why he sacrificed himself to bring us closer to him by way of the blood. That's what made us alive. You know.
It says, even when we were dead in sins, he quickened us together, like it just mentioned, with Hamashiach, by grace ye are saved.
Woo! That's it. And that's all. And that's through that fire that we have to go through. You know. Once we've called, we got to go through that fire to see if we remain. Last precept.
So like the Lord is just looking for men, or for those that can, you know, stay away from what He says to stay away from. You know, really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
7,000
eat
men.
don't eat from the don't eat the fruit.
Yeah, that's right. Forbidden.
You know,
Got one more precept on the fire.
you got it.
I'll start at verse 4. Sirach 2 and 4, it says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. Right? Because in the truth, you're going to have your highs and have your lows. You know, it's a perfect balance.
Yep.
You know, it says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Hey, real quick, that word patience though goes into having the capacity to accept, or having the capacity to have the tolerance to accept delay. You know, so it may not always work in your favor, but you just got to wait for it. You know, I know part of the fear though of serving Heavenly Father is we don't know if the Lord's going to save, if the Lord is there to save us or destroy us. Though that's what makes this thing tricky.
Yep.
But you know, we have that hope that
Or you don't know when you're gonna get taken up out of a situation.
right.
You know, you'll go through something and it could be for months. And you don't know when the Lord gonna lift it up off of you. But our time ain't His time. You just gotta dig deep and just have faith.
Yeah,
You know?
it's like holding that metal under that fire.
Yeah.
You have to hold it
Yeah.
until those impurities go.
Yep. So that's those seasonal ass whoopings. You know, them seasonal temptations, those seasonal situations. And sometimes you be doing good for a minute, and sometimes you be fucked up.
And all these different tests that you mentioned, you know, it's to prepare us for the final exam, which is Jacob's trouble.
That's it.
Because you're going to be times in Jacob's trouble, you know, where you're going to be tested and your patience going to be tried. You know, you might not eat for a couple of days.
Yeah.
You might have to fast longer than you ever fasted before.
Yep.
And then next you know, right when you about done, the Lord was like, all right, flip the switch.
Yep.
The brother had a vision about that. He was, and then he got that power. So.
Yep. Yeah, man, and throughout and the thing is this, man, like really understand that throughout the course of your ministry, when you first woke up until now, however long you've been in, has not the Lord came through? Right. Like has he not came through? Like can't nobody say he ain't never came through for me. Bullshit. We all still here.
That's how my life. Our life consists on the Lord.
The Lord got to come through because I can't do shit.
Right. Yeah.
He'll come through by a mystery check. He'll come through by brothers hitting you up. Whatever it is.
Enemy working in your favor.
Yeah, enemy working in your favor. Anything, man. And the Lord he's surgical with his blessings and mercy. You know, he come in. It's something called the nick of time. It's right at the moment.
Right when you need it.
Right when you're something in the nick of time.
What he said? I'm surgical with this thing, Jake.
Right. And that's double fold. He can fuck you up, or he can show abundance of mercy on you.
Well, it says that it is an easy thing to make a poor man rich
Mm-hmm.
with the Lord. So,
yeah.
And it's true. It's constant, man. It's true.
So, like you said, like with the switch, we've been poor, but like a flip of a switch, it can make us rich.
Yep. Or just get us out of a situation what we were stressing about.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be too much. Just get me out of this stress demon real quick.
Yeah.
And you'll be, and you can just it's a relief. All you need is a little bit of release here and there, man. That'll just keep you going.
Yeah, Scripture says His grace is sufficient enough for us.
Yep.
So. And you always give escape routes too within the tribulation. With the temptation shall make a way of escape.
That's
and
it.
You just gotta find that escape route. You gotta have spiritual eyes to see.
Yep.
Yeah, then in those times we are told to lean upon Him, so we gotta go to
the source.
To the source. We gotta read when we don't want to do nothing.
Go to the source.
Yeah.
So with that, I'd like to give all glory and honor and praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
Brother honest to our apostles of Great Millstone, peace, salutation to the whole full elect. Just want to work in truth and sincerity of Bob and Paul.
Bob and Paul.
Hey, fun fact I just found out today, bro. So, you got 300 or the 3 days and a half or 300